See, there it is. We are live. We are good to go. We're just going to take off so that the folks can see where we are. And on 3, 2, 1. Sweet. The best part about flying on a day like today, where it is overcast, is that you can fly a little bit further, because this whole thing about visual line of sight goes beyond sight when you are flying in overcast weather. We're just going to open up the app right here, YouTube, see if anyone's here. Hopefully we have some company. If not, that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. All right, just go here and go to the channel. And let's see. Yes, we are live. It says Friday night flights, but it's not Friday. We're just live in the sky. That would have been the default thumbnail for that day, but knowing that moving forward,
got questions about Moonlock?
I gotta watch an ad just like you.
Most common ones fast.
And close that.
App? Moonlock is a Mac security app that protects against spyware, stealers, and other modern malware.
Here's our
specifically
chat.
For Mac OS.
Skip that. That would have been the default thumbnail for that day, but let's do a speed test with the Starlink. How high are we? Not too high. About 190 something feet. We're just going to bring this up. No need for audio on here since it is a chat. Let's see what we have here. Let's do a speed test. We're streaming, right? And we also want to see what kind of magic is happening here. We're going to have to disconnect from the DJI experience to connect to the Starlink on our phone, but that's okay. We're going to go into settings, right? Make sure we go into settings, connect to the How To by Lou. See, oh, it is connected, which is great. And then we're going to click on the Starlink application. All right. And then from the Starlink app, make sure it's aligned. That's the other thing we didn't do. Let's see, alignment. So we want to turn this. We're doing pretty good with our stream considering that the Starlink is not aligned. So we're just going to take a remote controller, height check, 278. Not that way. Sweet. Now we are aligned. Let's do a speed test. And right here. Wow, that's really good. Maintaining the power, giving us the speed that we need. Well, that's because of the alignment. The upload speed is always going to be slower, but we're not bad. It is overcast. I do notice sometimes in overcast weather, the Starlink doesn't give you our optimal speeds. If you got train to catch, pause the video and come back later. 12, not so bad, not so good, but just right, because as you can see, we're still live streaming, which works out well. And again, that changes. I could plug my phone in so I can top it off. Let's see if anyone's here. No one's here as of yet, but we are still live. Usually I tend to schedule my streams so that people do know. Let's plug that in like that. And I think I forgot to push to Instagram mode, since YouTube does prioritize the doom scroller. All right, so here we are. We're going to go up. Up. Beautiful day out. Look at the mountains over there, facing the other way. We're just going to turn around this way. Maybe check out the field. Special thanks to the folks at Fly for sending us the orientation lights, which we do have on the drone. Where's the pool? Pool is open. That's the only downside to this drone. The further you are away, the better the images are. It's not like flying closer to the pool would be better. Flying further away from the pool will give you the best. Oh wow, there are swimmers in there. Looks like the pool is open. Sweet, we got 3 here. Hey, welcome guys. Feel free to chime in. We're testing out the Starlink power pack sent to us by the folks of... What's shutting off? What? The camera shut off? No. I thought I was recording. Looks like I might have to record that. Why would the camera that we were recording with shut off? That is so weird. Which means I have to redo that whole part segment again. Take 2 and action. Well, this you guys get to see. We got 2 people here. The pool looks amazing, though. That would make a nice photo. We have 78% on the battery, and this is why you bring extra batteries with you on your adventure. It's going to bring the drone in, land it, take off again. Really nice, though. I'm so glad the pool's open. Doesn't look as blue as it normally does, though. All right, let's see what we have here. Well, that is recording. We are golden, and thankfully the phone is still recording, too. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are live streaming. As you can see, there's a red dot with a little power button thing. That means that we are live on YouTube. Which is great. We're topping off our phone. Unfortunately, it didn't record, so I'll have to land the drone and then bring it in again and then do like a double take. So you guys, oh wow, look at that, it's beautiful. This is where we're filming our show. probably 2 people here, right? Hey there, we make these videos so you don't have to. All right, land the drone. I gotta go get it. Why do I have to record it again? You ever do that? You think you're recording, but you're not recording? And again, special thanks to the folks at Fly for sending us this here. We have one for each battery, 1,000 lumens, which is great, can be seen from 3 nautical miles away. You can't fly 3 miles away. Oh, you can see the light. That's right. I'm pointing to the wrong camera. I really got my shit together today. Here it is right here. Each battery gets its own 1,000 lums light. You can see from 3 miles away, but you can't fly your drone 3 miles away unless you want to. It has to be within visual line of sight. You can point to your drone, see your drone. It is within sight. Knowing that and moving forward, I just have to set things up here. We have our Starlink connected here. We've got our drone over there. You guys can't see this part, but the camera's over there. Camera 1, camera 2. And now we're just going to do a speed test with the Starlink and make sure that it's aligned. But before we do the speed test, let's make sure that it is aligned. See, it's aligned here. Real-time movement. See? Wax on. Wax off. So we're golden there. We have our phone plugged in right over here. Okay. And for those of you who are wondering, we'll show you in a second. And now we can do a speed test. Since it's aligned and being powered, we'll just go here. Speed test. Press start. The speed's pretty good because we're live streaming. We actually had to rewind the show. And, oh wow, 225 to almost. So we're definitely getting good speeds, between 200, 204, it was like 229. But ideally we want those upload speeds too because we're live streaming and that's what's going to make the magic happen on this live stream. Again, we're using the power bank that was sent to us, portable power mount, phenomenal. And as you can see here, oh wow, 20 megabytes download, which is phenomenal, which means we are golden and good to go. Let's take this show on the road. Might do another battery, 73% battery. Battery is great. And on 3, 2, 1. Sweet. And away we go. Home point is updated. Make sure you launch the AirWare application. There are no TFRs, you're not in restricted airspace, and you have your trust certificate. Mine is actually in the car, but that's okay. I actually have copies of it on my RC2 Pro in case someone was to show up. You got to be ready to show your documents because they will come. All right, knowing that, moving forward, let me just go here into, I'm just going to quit the Starlink application and before we fly further away from the pool so that we can actually see what, because the further away we are with the Mavic 4 Pro, the better. The closer you are with another drone, like a Mini 5, Mini 4, the better. This thing's got 45,000 milliamps on it. And remember, you're going to get 6 to 8 hours, which is just phenomenal. And it's waterproof, so the only thing we have to worry about bringing in is our drone. I'm just going to go into the YouTube, see if anyone's here and chiming in. Nope, no one's here, but we will say hi. I said hi. Usually when we have trolls on the channel, they want that recognition. They say hi, and then they're like, I said hello. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And I didn't know you were there. I was just going to spin it around. Drone is over my head. And again, we're about 390 feet up. 95, there's like a cap, but it stops at 390. 400 is as high as you can go. It's going to bring it down a little bit, and then we're going to fly back. Oh wow, they're doing the field over there too. We're about 200 feet away. Drone is within visual line of sight. It's great flying when it's overcast because then you can fly further away. Dogs in the background because we're near a dog park. They're not barking at me. They're just, I guess, claiming their territory. Let's see who's in the pool. Let's see what we have here. Just going to zoom up a little bit. We're still streaming, which is great. I think this is lap swim. Maybe. It's supposed to be lap swim. Oh yeah, it is lap swim. There's lap swim, and then I guess they're in the fun lane swim. So we're at 6x, which is, oh wow, look. No swimming when lifeguard not on duty. 24, that's as good as it's going to get. Okay. I haven't done lap swim in forever. Last time I did lap swim was at an indoor pool. I don't know. My watch does do laps though, but I haven't used that feature. Oh, look, see? They're fixing up the field, getting it ready with the AstroTurf. Now we can fly a little bit further away. Let's see. Well, we can fly down the other way. Just gotta watch out. The only thing I'm afraid of are the birds. They really, again, we're 339 feet up. Maybe I'll put it in sport mode, because when in sport mode, it's only, because I have prop guards on, it's never going to reach its optimal speed, which could be 60 miles an hour, which is what I have it set to. But because the prop guards are on there, the maximum speed it's going right now is like 20 miles per hour. But ideally, we could put it into sport mode so we could at least get 27 to 30. We're at 60% battery, so if you get battery anxiety, you will, make it back home before that 35%. Again, I could still see the drone. We're like 700 feet away. We're not going to fly too far because we did lose some battery trying to finagle everything to get it to work just right. And I do like to bring the drone back at 35%. There's our field right there, which is really cool. 59% on the battery, and really nice. Take a picture of that field. Again, the only thing I'm afraid of are I'm going to bring the drone down. Planes coming. We're in a low altitude zone. Unfortunately, the RC controller does not tell you that anymore. You need to know your airspace. Oh, that's a nice picture. Before you actually put that drone into the sky, before DJI did have that white glove treatment where you'd open up your drone and the area that I'm in would be gray. I was like, what is it gray? Why is it gray? Because a high traffic area with airplanes, and again, it's in a low altitude zone, and so you just have to know that. And then when you see a plane coming, you duck, because they will come out of nowhere. My friend, my neighbor actually was a pilot, really good friend too, Dan, says they won't go more than 500 feet below what they're supposed to. Like what my drone is capped off at 390, almost close to 4, but I'm not buying it, because I've seen the planes or even a helicopter fly as low as like 3 something over a building in town, and it freaked me out. So yeah, Dan, if you're watching, that might be the case, but in reality, helicopters do fly lower. The planes, maybe 500, right? But it's probably there's like a building over there. The planes, maybe 500, but it's still intimidating because it's hard to get that depth and perception because they are flying low, but helicopters coming through town. And sometimes there are events in town where they actually give you a notice and saying like tomorrow night there'll be a helicopter landing in the park. And you're like, what? And then everyone comes. So the drone, I'm just going to move it over to the side. It was really cool. No one's here today, but that's all right. We make these videos so you don't have to. Really beautiful view. Make a nice little picture over there. 51% on the battery, which is great. And then we're just 17 minutes into our flight, which is just phenomenal too. We got 2 people here, probably 1 person here because I count as 1. And that's pretty much it here. This does work. We're still streaming, got full power. It's lights on, 300 feet up. Again, I like to bring the drone in when it is about 35% on the battery. Alright, so we're just going to bring it in, fly backwards. I'll probably change the thumbnail to this. See, there's a plane right there. I wonder if I could catch it, though. That's one thing I'm not really good at. It's like seeing something live, right? And then steering your camera in the position of something flying lower. Nah, I can't. I'm not that good. It's hard to see. Wait. No, I can't see. Anyway, you get the idea. Some guys are really good at that. Alright. Knowing that, and moving forward, 46% on the battery. Again, 35% is for me. I've been on some meetups where I've seen some guys have their drone fly back. And they're like, did you see my drone? I'm like, why? What happened? He's like, the battery died and it just came back automatically. Really? That's what it's supposed to do. So when you get battery anxiety, they do say that you can control the drone if it's coming back home, but I don't know what those limitations are, and I don't want to test it, and I'll never know. I'll never do a video on that because I think that's just kind of reckless. But it does have that feature, and I'll always wonder. I'll probably look for one online and see. Here we go. We're landing. And usually you're supposed to say landing, but no one's here. I'm in a baseball field except for the dogs barking in the background. Anyway, kind of neat, huh? We've got our own setup right here. We'll see if we can. We can't really land on the pitcher's mound because it's like at a slant. And the drone, I don't want it to tip forward. But here it is right here. We got our whole setup, our home point right here. Just flying a little bit slower and lower. And there you have it, folks. Let's see if I can do that. And see what happens when I stand up. And what's the name of this thing again? Oh, hi, what's up? Swedish Forge, what's up? Swedish Forge is here. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, I'm just doing the video for that Starlink for Darren or Daryl? I should remember who it is. Hold on 1 second. Darren, I think it is. Hold on. That's why now I use Trello. Do you have trouble remembering who sent you your stuff for your collaborations? Well, use Trello. It's a project management tool that'll work out just right for you. No, they didn't pay me to say that, but it's what it... Darren. Yes, I thought it was Daryl. Anyway, this is special thanks to Darren. Hopefully, when I scrub back in the beginning, I didn't say Daryl. Like when I say, hey there, welcome back, guys. This video is special thanks to Darren. All right, the dogs are barking in the background. Oh, another dog showed up. A kid on a bicycle, too. I guess they're just claiming their territory. I'm just going to click here. I have a button over here. Portable power mount for your Starlink Mini. I don't want to get too close. I see a lot of guys when they do videos with their drone, they're further away, like this, right? And they have it in video mode. And then they zoom in. I gotta get the product in there. Then they zoom in. And then they record, and then you don't hear the buzzing. Move that a little bit like that. And then I'll be like this. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Whether streaming from your drone, your laptop computer, or charging your phone at the same time while doing whatever it is that works out just right for you. Anyway, hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you all the next time. And you're probably wondering, how does he do that? How does he disappear? You simply get out of frame and then make sure you're far away back, because sometimes if the sun is shining, you'll have your shadow in there. So make sure your shadow's not there. And of course, this video will be from the drone. And then what I will do is, battery is 32%. Which is good. Except what I want to do is, when I do the see you all next time, the drone will just fly up into the sky. So it'll take some editing. Battery's at 31%. I'll probably speed up the video. Oh, that's really nice. And then now stop recording. Except no, not stop recording yet. Bring the drone down. Right? Now, because I'm going to use the audio from the camera. So what I want to do is, battery is 29%. Is be in sync here. Right about here. And then do, as long as I'm in frame there, I think I am on that camera, and I can do 1, 2, 3, and do turn this way. So that faces that, and then we got 1, 2, 3, and now I know I can take the audio from there, sync that there, so when I see the counting, everything will be in sync with the audio, because the audio from the drone is really crappy. Even though it's connected to here. Anyway, that's another story. I got another video that shows you how to do that. The battery's at 27%. And let's talk to Swedish Forge, because he did something amazing with his 3D print. Normally, you would bring these dogs. You would bring your 3D print to life by printing an articulated print with moving parts. I could put another battery in it if you want. And he brought his prints to life by freaking bringing elements from the environment and printing them. It's just phenomenal. I'm going to share that on the next live stream, which is just, I did get your video. I'm talking about it right now, which is just phenomenal. I've seen people do that with like the glass jars. They take moss and then they put it in the jar, and then they, have like a little something oasis that they can put in their home. But this is like next level shit. It's like amazing. It's like, wow, why didn't I think of that? But that's your thing. That's like so cool. You could sell those too. Like if you could somehow create like a bubble, or something, whatever it is. But it's just amazing what you did with that. I'm just going to bring the drone a little bit closer. Yeah, so that is phenomenal what you did there with that 3D print. I'm going to share that again on the live stream. And I'll have to make sure that I'm going to schedule the stream, because scheduling it's always better. If I schedule the stream, make sure portrait mode is on, because portrait, as you see, gets more views. You get like 500 views in portrait, and then like 23, maybe 100 if you're lucky in landscape mode. So just make sure that portrait's on. But that is phenomenal. I want to watch it again. But do you plan to paint the little cars and stuff, or just leave them as is? I'm going to put another battery in, take off again. Remember, special thanks to the folks at ViFly too, for sending us. Oh wait, damn it! It's still recording. That would be too big of a file. The video ended. You ever do that? At first, I forgot to press record, and then I forgot to stop record. I hate when that happens, because then the video file is just too big. Just going to put this back in there. This is like the best one of all the Starlink accessories, because you have it's so much easier to use, and you have better battery life. 6 to 8 hours. That's like unheard of. That's like So then I'll go edit this later. And again, special thanks to the folks at Vifly for sending us the 1,000 lumens light. Remember, each drone gets its own light, which is great. Then you don't have to worry about how much light is left. And make sure I always charge mine before I fly, and don't put it on the sand. You'll see a bright light shining in. See, it's 1,000 lumens. Usually I leave mine flashing, but I like to have it set. Now I have to cycle through all of them until I get to my green. What's great about overcast is that you can fly a little bit further away. I need green. No. There we go. That one's a good one. Remember, 1,000, then I hold it down. Then when it turns like rainbowish, then it means it's off. All right. Knowing that, moving forward. Look, my phone's topping off with this thing. This is a good one because many of the other ones let you do this, let you top off your phone. You have the option to do it, but make sure you check your airspace. So we'll just go to, oh wow, I guess this one should be, well, this one I know is in sunk, so I'm not worried about this. So I'm just going to stop the phone from recording the screen, and then we're going to go into here, air aware. See? Make sure you launch your air aware app. If it's red, it means you're shit out of luck, and you're going to have to put together like a GoFundMe for somebody to bail you out. There is still a little to do. I need to add some forest and more. Oh yeah, forest. Maybe evergreens, right? Those are really cool. Something like the pines, because those will be green forever, and even when they dry up, they hold their shape. I don't know. Figure it out what elements are in your environment, but that pretty much took 3D printing to the next level. And let me just bring this up. There is the Facebook group that lets you share your stuff, HomePoint Updated, which is phenomenal. Remember that Facebook group that I shared? They're okay. They're not like 3D printing for beginners and pros, where somehow the policy has always been the same, but not the same because you can't share your shit anymore. We're at 345 feet up. You hear that? Remember, airplanes have the right of way. Your quickest way out of, like, harm's way. Oh, wow, did you see that? What was that? Anyway. That was weird. Propeller guards detected, which is fine. Anyway, the quickest way out of harm's way is to... And that was nothing. There was no bird or anything. Or maybe there was a bird. I see the bird. Oh, wow, that was a bird. Huh. Got lucky there. Yeah. That was so wild. And that's why you need drone insurance. And that's why you need to keep your drone within visual line of sight, because if that happened over someone's house or in traffic, pretty much be out of the drone. And I guess going to move a little bit the other way, out of the doggy park area. And now I can bring it up. That was a scary moment. I was like, what did that just happen there? Yeah, it was a little bird, though. A little birdie told me. But again, I'm glad I have Allstate. Yeah, that I can't wait to share that. And print our next miniature. We're going to print another miniature. And then that's it. Then I'm going to go back to the fidgets. And like little cards. The Jeep that you printed reminded me of the little card Jeep that I had printed back in the day. Really cool. Love it. I'm a big fan of the card prints. So again, like, you do everything right when flying your drone, then the only anxiety you will have, well, maybe some battery anxiety, which is what I get, and worrying about what the fuck is going to go flying, next to my drone and cause it to fall from the sky like it almost did a bird. And that's why you need insurance, drone insurance, to help cover the costs, of the replacement. I have Allstate, and their plan that they had given me, I don't know, what it'll be like next year, but it's $100, no deductible, just full replacement. It was like $65 to insure. Wow, really nice. Again, I could see the drone. It's in a visual line of sight, but the only thing I'm worried about are birds and the battery. 83%. And they're like best times to fly and not so best times to fly when it comes to like the air traffic or like birds and things like that. More dogs showing up to the dog park. And you got to be able to look down, look away, and then still see your drone. For me, I'm like shitting bricks because after that experience that I just had, I'm like flipping out, thinking about, see, there's our home point, thinking that, am I going to make it back? And thankfully, like, there are bushes and parks below, but it doesn't change the fact that the birds don't care. Anyway, we're going to bring it back in. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a better day. Battery's at 81%, which is phenomenal. We are outside. Hopefully the weather holds out. It rained all weekend. That's why we didn't have Friday night flights. But if the weather holds out this weekend, I'm going to drive to, somewhere else and have Friday night flights there. But as you can see, we've been washed out, literally. Anyway, on that note, that is pretty much it. We'll bring the drone over to me. And we'll just hover over the field of dreams. If you make it, they will come. Darren, hopefully you're watching. Darren was worried about his video. It's possible that sometimes people take the stuff and don't make the videos for him. But I was like, don't worry, Darren. We've got you covered. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. And put it on number 6. Oh, wow. Wish I had one of those. That's got to be fun. And loud at the same time. They're just moving over the AstroTurf. And, yeah. Oh, wow, someone's still there playing. Interesting. I thought you had to move and get off the field when these guys show up with their tools because they can't really get everything that's needed. Play ball. Nice. And what else do we have? Yeah. That was so wild. Right above me. Can you imagine that happening somewhere? The good thing is that the drone, it was a smaller bird, right? Not a big one. And not a hawk. The hawks, I've seen the videos where they basically attack your drone. They keep attacking it. Just going to bring it in. Bring it down. And that's why when you see the bird... Oh, wait, before we bring it down, let's check out New York City. See if we can see Manhattan from here. There's Manhattan. We'll zoom in. And then zoom in. And then zoom in. And then turn more... Oh, there's the bridge. The GW Bridge, which is... Oh, wow, I didn't realize you could see the GW Bridge from here. We're at 248 feet high, 73% on the battery. Going to go up a little bit. Drone is right above me. 260, 360. That's it. Maximum flight altitude reached. But we should see the New York City skyline right about there. There we go. It's overcast today. There we go. That's probably Central Park. That's that big tower, and then that's Midtown. And if we scroll a little bit this way, there is downtown. There's the 34th Street Empire State Building. See that? And then we have, that's pretty much it. And then downtown World Trade Center. On a clearer day, we can definitely see more, which isn't bad. Maybe I'll come here if the weather is nice for Friday night flights. This Friday I can't, but that's really nice. Really nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can bring battery 70%, and that. Just gonna bring it down. Well, before bringing it down, you always want to make sure your zoom is back to normal, so that you can just get your orientation. And hopefully, on the way down, there won't be any birds crashing the party. All right. Let's see. Try it again. Gonna bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, and that is pretty much it. Got a pretty good flight in. Oh wow, it's still recording. Damn it. The screencast is recording, but that's okay. That's the least of my worries, because we've got all the footage we need. It'll probably take a day or two to edit this video. And this is really nice, though, being able to stream anywhere, taking the show on the road, you know, just doing your thing, watching for birds, maybe fly FPV style. Yeah. See if I can fly low, since we got 70% left on the battery. Let's see if I can do like this. Okay, so it's not going to land because it's as low as it can go. And you have to hold the button down. Now let's see if we can just fly around. Zoom around this way. Just follow the white line. Okay, play ball. First base. Right. Out of field. Loop around. Where's second base? Second base. And then we have... I must have missed something. Third base. Where's third? Oh yeah, then third. And then after third, this is third. Third base. And then after third, if I can just somehow get it on the white line, and we make it back home. It's good practice to try and play the field without... There we go. And safe. No, I'm out. I'm like flying like drunk. I'm not even drunk. Like it's just hard to fly. Okay, let's try it again. It's hard to... It's not that long of a distance flying. I'm not flying. Running from home base to first. Let's go outfield. Outfield. See, there go the birds, because you gotta watch out for birds. Birds and planes, they both, I believe, have the right of way, because they probably have better luck with this if I was doing FPV. Well, no one ever really hits that far out. I remember when I played baseball when I was younger, I hated it because they put me outfield, and I was like, this is boring. Like, because the odds of like someone in your school hitting the ball all the way out there so you can catch an out. People make more outs swing and roll, you know, than hitting the ball out in the field of dreams. There we go. So you go a little bit there with third base. And voila, battery 57%. And that is it. That's the setup for today's shoot/gig. And, Amber said she's going to send that bottle opener, which is really cool. Hopefully. Home run. Home run. Play ball. Maybe I'll do like let me see. How much battery is left? Yeah, there's enough battery left for me to do that. If the next... What would I like to do, like a commercial? Next time you want your 3D print to be a home run, we've got you covered with the Starlink mini accessory. Make every 3D print a home run. Oh, you can see where he was going with the thing. That little machine tracks are here. He must have been here early this morning because yesterday there was a game. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, so there go the bases. Bases loaded. Battery is 54%. Oh, wow. Nice. Look at that. All right. Let's see if I can make it home. Slide it on in. You can set waypoints, right? Waypoints are kind of a gimmick, too. That shit don't work. Half the time, whenever I do the waypoints, I pray it does the mission. And when it does, it doesn't even stick to the height of there's nothing that's consistent with it. Maybe with drone mapping, there's a little bit percentage that it's off, but it's probably safer with drone mapping because it's always going to stay in the area that it's in. And there I am. Whoa, I don't want to run with the RC controller. This is my dream come true. I get to play the baseball field and get my first home run ever. Come on, Lou, you got this. I'm going to bring it home. That's because, I got my, what was that? First, second base. Third base. Come on. We got this. Get some slow motion effects in here, right? Slow motion. People are looking at me like, what the fuck is that guy doing? That's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. And now we're going to bring it in. 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 Safe. I did it. All right, cool. That was nice. It's not that really that. I wonder if it's an actual... I think it's a mini baseball field. Like it's like has everything, the pitcher's mound and all that other stuff, but I don't recall it being so easy to go from first to second base. Probably a mini one, like a mini Olympic-sized pool. It just simulates the experience, but not the actual, length. And all that other fun stuff. Anyway, just going to bring the drone in. Put this back. And sweet, where am I? Voila. Now I got to carry all this shit back to the car. I'm like, no. And the good thing it's not raining. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But the first thing I'd bring in is the drone and then all the other stuff. The drone and the batteries. Because the Starlink's waterproof. The DJI cameras are waterproof. The bag can just go into the car. Yeah, love your print. Love the print. Can't wait to share it. Can't wait to share it next week. And that's it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the way the cookie crumbles at the end of today's show. Hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you all next time. Now I just need to look at this. Oh, I'm looking at the screen. Interesting. I just want to see something. Usually don't realize this until after you're done. +3. Too light. Put it back on +3. 0.7. That's what I have my DJI camera preset to. +3. Oh, so look at that. So that bird, yeah, that's the thing that almost hit my drone. Guess we could always fix this later in post. That's the only downside to overcast lighting You always want to make sure all that. That's why I'll use the audio from there and, I don't know, finagle it. Anyway, we'll see you all next time. Just going to quit that there. Nice that I'm all the way over here and the Starlink signal is coming this far. We make these videos